to African Teapot Podcast. My name is Exie and I'm your host. Journey with me through Africa's vast variety of culture, heritage, and discuss issues most African families face, both home and abroad. Make sure you add this podcast to your frequent podcast rotations, and don't forget to share and follow this podcast.
Hello listeners, thank you for tuning in to another episode on African Teapot. And today's topic is what goes into Christmas. And just in case you're wondering why the voice sounds different, I'm your co-host, Edna's youngest sister, Liris.
Oh God, you had to say that.
Yeah, I totally had to,
Okay guys, yes, like she said, this is Liris, not Lini.
Yes, not Lini.
Definitely not Lini. But in time with our topic, before we get into discussing our topic, sorry that this episode is airing late. Actually.
Yes,
we had
technical difficulties.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties, and to look at the bright side, I mean, it's airing close to Christmas, which is a Christmas episode. Right?
Yeah, so that's good too.
Right. So, Liris, do you want to jump into our proverb?
Yes, and our proverb for today is: no matter how long the night, the day is sure to come.
Yes, and if you're wondering why that proverb, is because during the holidays, especially Christmas, and we'll always come from the African perspective, obviously, we're African teapot, but we are trying to also look at the stress that comes with
Christmas.
Yeah, preparing for Christmas. So we thought sometimes people get so nervous about it, they forget it's going to pass.
Yeah, and sometimes the preparation, it kind of takes away the excitement sometimes.
Exactly.
From the actual like festivities and stuff.
Yeah. So hence that proverb that no matter how, pretty much in translating it is like no matter how difficult something is.
And I think it even goes just in general into everybody's day-to-day life, even minus Christmas.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and jump into the different things that we are going to discuss, right? So obviously we'll be looking at the exciting things about Christmas, especially from an African perspective, what people's expectations are, the stress, and little things that we can do to make the season less stressful, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's just go ahead and jump into that part of our discuss. Okay, so let's look at, before we get into what is our best memories and worst memories, Liris, what are we doing different this year, or how do you think we are preparing for Christmas this year?
I don't know if that's just personally for us, but I've talked to a couple of friends who this year they're not doing an open-end budget for Christmas gifts, and they are not like really exchanging gifts as well.
Yes, but that's true. Actually, a lot of people are not into. Many people didn't find the vibe, just like me. I was complaining like, I'm pretty excited about Christmas. It's my favorite holiday, and I felt slightly different this year.
Yeah,
just with everything, COVID, the lockdown, and just a lot. You think of even family back home, what is happening back in Cameroon and things like that. It's just the spirit was a little bit low.
Yeah, it was a little bit down.
Yeah, it's a little bit down. So it actually, I think maybe when Thanksgiving came, I felt a little bit better. I started feeling it a little bit.
Yes, I think a lot of people were waiting for like the first holiday, and then it was like...
Right.
Yeah.
But this year, for us as a family, we decided to skip gift sharing and do this the African style.
Yeah, food.
So we thought, you know what, which we are not complaining about sharing gifts, which you're going to get into in a minute, so you understand how we Africans think about it. But we have, you're into the culture of where you live, which is in the States, that is gift sharing, to the point that suddenly it becomes about the gift.
Yes.
Right? And so this year, with it being so hard and everything, we thought, we as a family were like, okay, we're going to skip the gifts, but that doesn't mean I'm not expecting gifts from friends, please. I'm still expecting, but us as an immediate family,
yes,
we thought no, we shouldn't. We should skip gift sharing, which is like the physical gift, but we would do things like maybe say or write down things about each other in, different family members.
Just more personal gifts per se, not that gifts that you get are not personal, but this is like letters and stuff. And
like
really,
or maybe what I saw this year that you improved on, just to bring out positiveness in people, because it's been a stressful year. So Liris, what is your best Christmas memory with us growing up as a kid?
I have been waiting for this question for forever. So my best Christmas memory was always getting my Christmas dress.
Yes, and when we actually put it on social media, a lot of people said that.
I remember
a lot of people commented about it.
Till this day, the best Christmas dress I got, my dad, because our dad,
of course,
used to travel. So he came back and he got me this red dress. He had like the puffy arms. He had a flower. I can remember every detail. I actually still have it.
You still have that dress?
Yes, I do.
No way.
I didn't throw it away. It brings back so many that I can vividly
You do
remember.
collect a lot of memories.
I do, yeah.
You do that. But for me, I don't know. I kind of liked, just like you, I don't know if I really have a bad experience. But anyways, for a good experience, I think the first Christmas that I baked cake, remember I made cake and some pastries. Yeah. And everyone ate, and visitors came and they ate, and I was getting a lot of that was the best Christmas for me ever. I felt like I don't know, Chef Ramsay or something. That was pretty exciting, but that was a very good memory. Not that I didn't like the others, but yes, it was. And then, do you have any memories for Christmas that are like bad memories? If there's any, or not, let me use the word not so good, maybe.
Honestly, I don't think I have a memory that was bad. Oh wait, I remember this one time we were frying chicken and it burned. Till this day, that's the worst memory because there was no chicken. I mean, how can you
wait? Hold on, who was frying it?
I think so. We're frying the chicken, and I don't remember. We're multitasking. It never happens
because it's usually like group effort sometimes.
Yes, but it
I
burned.
can't even remember that.
I mean, how can you be? And I mean, as Africans, and like we like chicken. Imagine Christmas without chicken.
Oh my God. I get you, but we have a little bit. Like I have another one. You remember when, I know this will sound a little bit odd to our listeners who are not Africans or who don't eat this, who don't eat meat or something. Remember there was a goat that they bought and they had to. Do you remember that Christmas?
Yeah.
And it ran away. So Christmas morning, they had to like prepare the goat, and so they woke up and there was confusion in the house because the goat ran. Whoever tied the goat, Africans will know what we're talking about. Whoever tied the goat didn't do it properly, right? And the goat ran
away. There was like a search party. Everybody's
because we had people in the house who came also to spend Christmas with us. So one of them didn't tie the goat properly, so the goat ran away. Then I remember I have this other memory with Elmi. That's our brother, where we were really young at the time, and there were people in the house, and for some reason, we always get Christmas attires, like Christmas clothes. We couldn't find his clothes in the morning. I don't know if I've ever told you and Lini this.
I don't
think
this one.
We couldn't find it in the morning. So I knew that it was going to be bad. We wouldn't have a good Christmas. He wouldn't have something to wear. We can't take pictures or anything. Dad came out. You remember the Renault at the time?
Yeah.
Dad took that car, went to town. We would say town, but it's kind of like our downtown, I would say.
Yeah, I would say
Commercial Avenue or whatever. And Dad went there and was looking for a shop that was open that morning so they could get something for Elmi to put on that morning. Yeah.
You found something?
They found something.
Oh, wow.
Luckily, he liked it too. So that was interesting. It was just terrible and moody.
I have a question.
The whole morning.
Did you guys find the outfit after?
No. I know people will be wondering. I don't know what happened to it. And there were people in the house too who came. So we were like, did someone take it? Or we weren't quite sure.
That is. I've never heard that story.
I know, guys. Don't stress it. But it's so funny, and he won't believe I said it here. But yeah, that's one of the memories I would say not so good. But it turned out well, anyways.
It's kind of more like a funny one.
Okay, and let's see. How do we Africans view and prepare for Christmas? You would say.
I think, of course, we think of Christ and Jesus because that's what Christmas is about. I think we also think of family coming together, sharing memories because there are always stories being told when you have all your African aunties and uncles.
And then the one day that you get to eat and your parents are not on your neck about taking from somebody else. And African kids know what we're talking about. They tell you don't eat anything from anybody that you know. When you want to take something from someone, your mom is giving you the eye. But I think Christmas is the only time that you tend to do, and Christmas is the only time that you tend to do what you like. Maybe visiting the other kids.
Yes.
Or especially for us.
Yes, I know definitely for us, I got to visit. I mean, the amount of houses I visited increased every year as I got older. But
our mom wasn't big on us going out of the not like it was like we was
bad way or anything.
In a bad way, but we for some reason we always entertained rather than going out. But Christmas she would let us go and then come back. And then one thing too I want to say is like we always had church service on Christmas. Like you must go to church even on the Christmas day in the morning. And then you come back and celebrate. I know at least for us in Cameroon we do that. I don't know about other African countries, but that's it. And if you're wondering, of course the Muslims respect the Christmas holiday because we have Muslims or non-Christians, right? They respect the holiday. They may not necessarily go for service, but they do join us in celebrating that holiday.
Yeah, it's it's the same thing with everything. Even if you don't believe in something or that's not your thing, you still have to respect someone's opinion and beliefs and all.
We Africans tend to make sure that the fact that it's about the birth of Christ is not forgotten.
Yes.
Which I think is the culture is different when you get over here.
It is.
Because when you get here, it becomes about the gifts and
the
buying
people
and all of that.
Family.
Yeah, but for us, you always put the Christ part first, and then you can then do the gift. If you guys would do the gifts or whatever.
Before we skip to something else, I just thought about something really funny. I know a lot of friends when I was back home and I'll visit, they were so excited because that's when they got to eat like the biggest part of the chicken. They got to eat like a huge part of the chicken because normally they'll get like the neck.
There were some foods that were always very common.
Yes.
Rice, chicken, chin-chin.
Stew. Party stew. You need to have party stew.
The kids will always have the balloons.
Yeah. And then they'll do like the tray where they'll put like chin-chin, granite, popcorn. Was there anything else? No, I think that was it.
And then sometimes you have like a piece of fried fish. Or piece of fried chicken. Added in the little packet or something. And then they will get like a pop soda.
Yep.
Or something like
Definitely.
that.
Fanta.
Cameroon, Fanta, Coke, Pamplemousse or whatever. Yeah, Cameroon drinks. But I think it's relatively what people remember, and you could not wait to put on your attire because the thing parents try to get is that when you're going to church, it's so colorful on Christmas. Everybody looks good. Their best. Everyone braids their hair, has a haircut. It's like you need to look your best because that's what it. We do that even here. When you go to church services, even African churches, here you go for services, everybody looks pretty decked. Mm-hmm. Like we have that cultural thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and I thought like there were some 2 comments that I thought summarized. This one was from Winnie Fashionista. She says Christmas Eve would be overnight vigil and church service. So they would do like, an overnight thing where they go to church and then when it breaks midnight, and then the birth of Christ. That's how they look at it. Which is what we were saying.
Which is what we're saying.
Yes. And then Jack Quotient says, figuring out gifts for kids back in Africa can be stressful on parents. He remembers when you get a Christmas gift based off of good grades throughout the year.
Ooh, that's a very interesting topic because I had a friend before who she didn't do so good in school, but she still got whatever she wanted.
Yeah, for Africans that's odd. You don't get to get gifts if you don't do well in school.
I found it very odd, but her mom, like, no matter what happened, if she took last in class,
it doesn't matter.
The next day she would get her hair braided. I found that it was very strange, but yeah.
Okay, let's get into the stressful part of Christmas. Those things that gets us stressed out, right? Okay. Okay, so dealing with stress. Let's look at how we Africans deal with stress, especially Africans home and Africans in the diaspora. Because we'll talk about Africans, there are 2 types of Africans.
Yes.
Those who are currently living in the continent Africa and those who are out but still have to care for those who are back home, right?
Yes, definitely.
So, Stress on Africans abroad on providing for family members back home. What do you think?
It's a very big one because I feel like you have two budgets. You have the budgets here with the family, having exchanging gifts and like work, school, church, any groups you're in here. You tend to want a tradition that you have to share or give something out. And then at the same time, you have your personal family here, not personal, but immediate family here as well. And then you have family back home too. Yes.
So that can be very hard and very stressful on Africans or foreigners too, generally. Not only Africans, but our narrative is from the African perspective. So that can be very hard and stressful during this time. And another point is stressing on holidays to the point that you start getting in debt.
Yes. This is a very big one. You can find yourself buying gifts to the point that your paycheck is gone. You forgot to pay this bill, if it's not on auto pay, or you lost track. So I think it's really important to stay on budget.
Exactly. And another point again is for those who don't have work, because it's hard celebrating because if you have work, even if you're getting into debt, you have this notion like maybe you can pay out the debt
next week,
but if you don't have work, especially during this COVID season, and a lot of people have lost jobs, or you have homes that had two income earners, one person partner lost work or something, children who have lost work,
or just cut hours,
reduce hours and all of that. It's stressful on those people because even they can't even get into the debt. They can't even take anything to celebrate Christmas because they don't even know how they're going to replenish it. And then one thing is dealing with family members that you do not like.
Yes.
During Christmas.
Yes. Aunties, uncles, please. Some of us don't know you.
And something, probably our parents would listen to this and go, really? But when they give you the phone to speak to someone and that person goes, oh, so this is Liris. I remember when I knew you were a baby. Do you remember me? And I'm like,
Liris has forgotten about me. No.
I'm like,
I just don't remember.
I was 4 or 5. How do you expect
me to remember? I hardly remember what I ate yesterday. But okay.
But I think one of the big, and then another problem that we Africans face too is being alone. Like for international students, exchange students and the loneliness of being separated physically from family.
Or just the first person of the generation.
Right. That's separation where your loved ones are away
not
from
with you.
So we talked about it, Liris, and we thought there are some pointers that we have that we can share. Just
that
making
could help.
Season. I know. We are not experts or anything.
No,
but
you're not.
Just saying, y'all. Just saying. Keep funds for Christmas throughout the year and have a budget.
Yes. This goes into saving, which I know you're like, oh, we have all heard save. But you don't realize saving even $5 from your paycheck, if you get paid every week, every 2 weeks, when you rack it up.
Maybe start saving it from June.
Yeah.
You will realize it'll be less, it'll be less. 6 months is enough time to save money for the holidays. And from 6 months away, you will tend to have a lot of deals. It brings us to the second point. Don't be scared or shy. There is nothing embarrassing for using coupons.
There's summer deals.
I don't know. People stress out a lot. I'm like, you have a lot of deals that come up throughout the year. There is nothing wrong in using a coupon to buy something for someone that you care about.
Yeah. And rebates, you guys. Try to get rebates and stuff.
Okay. And some people don't understand that, I want to give out gifts. One of the biggest gifts for Christmas is treating yourself.
Yes.
If you are not happy, or you don't see if giving someone is not going to give you happiness and you're just doing it out of duty and obligation, I'm sorry, you're going to have a horrible
horrible time.
It's just you just feel oh my God, this is such a burden. That's how you're going to feel throughout. And then try attending local church services or programs throughout that time. Trust me, you're going to enjoy it. It's relaxing. You something to look forward to.
Singing and being around people. Some people just need company.
Exactly. Which brings us to volunteering.
Yes.
You can volunteer for such services.
Pantries,
soup kitchens, giving little clothing to the homeless or whatever it is.
Yes.
And visiting friends and family that you actually like. So if someone invites you, I would say, especially for students, I would say this. Sometimes it's holidays, everyone has gone home. Maybe you have a best friend or a best flatmate and she invites you. Don't think it's intrusive. if they invited you, actually go. You're going to have a good time and a different experience.
Yes.
So it's not going to be that hard on you.
Mm-hmm.
Plan out your Christmas and we already said that. And then one other thing I want to say is you have free services to call loved ones. Video calling. It's not like back when I got here where you had just Skype.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
It was really hard.
It was really hard keeping up. And now Instagram has video calling, Facebook has video calling, WhatsApp, is big, especially for us Africans.
Yes.
Please use it, share your experiences. And then sometimes if you're a student, catch up on schoolwork. I know it sounds weird, but
do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, maybe those visitations or clinicals or whatever. If it's that Netflix is there, you can have Netflix. You can maybe tell a friend who is just in campus like you, or another friend who's like, hey, let's watch a movie and popcorn, and it's gonna be fine.
Cool too.
Yes, and so at that point, I think we've said enough about this.
I think we've said a lot about Christmas.
We've said a lot in this episode. And again, sorry that the episode is airing this late, but it's a good thing that it's airing close to Christmas, right?
Christmas spirit can begin now.
Yes, so we start celebrating here on African Teapot. And there was a little thing.
Yes, so before we go, we want to give a shout out to our birthday boy, Giano Mike.
Yay! Happy birthday. He shares this special day with, of course, one of the biggest celebrities in the world, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
He's our December friend and baby, and he gets left out. That's how he feels.
He gets one person, not two.
Yeah, and he complains and whines about it, and he's like, I don't want to celebrate it because, he thinks like it's all about Jesus, which is true, but we know that you're special because,
Yeah. He's our Chris Brown of the group. Yeah.
Let's stop embarrassing him. At this point, he's going to drop dead. Right now, he has that weird smile.
Yeah.
You know that smile he has. All right, okay. Channel, we're going to leave you alone. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Liris, you'll be here again next week.
I'll be here in the next
We're going to
episode.
break into the New Year's. Yay. And just stay tuned, guys, and see you guys, I guess, maybe this week again. This weekend.
Yes.
Please, guys, we promise. We're going to be fine this week. So Sunday, we'll see you again for another episode. And thank you for listening.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Thank you for listening and hope you join me for the next episode. You can always reach us via email at africanteapot@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at African_teapot.